come back as we check in once again with our Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist, Dan Cianca. And Dan, a very big welcome back here and glad to have you here in the studio.
Thank you. I was hoping to be here through this very fascinating meteorological event with the monsoon moisture and the tropical moisture last week, and then I caught a case of the cooties.
Oof.
I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a thing that happens, and they gave me a lot of heck on the playground about it either way.
Never fun.
Yeah,
We're glad to hear you're feeling a lot better.
We're feeling a lot better. I'm cleared by HR to be back at work today. That's
Love
the
to
good
hear
news.
that.
All right, let's take a look what's going on out there. We're still focused on Hillary here. It is a tropical storm still. The latest upgrade, or I should not say upgrade, update is the correct word there. It's 40 miles per hour sustained winds. Centered over the Sierra Nevada mountains, moving to the north-northwest at 28 miles per hour. It's going to head into Nevada in an hour or two. The center of circulation will be in Nevada, which is not common to have a tropical cyclone in Nevada. Now it is undergoing a transition from its tropical origin, which is basically warm air at the bottom, warm at the top, a very warm core system, to having cold air in the tops. Now you can have cold air at the cloud tops during the summer. There's ice. I mean, the radar picks up snow in the middle of the summer all the time, just at 15, 20,000 feet, right? So it'll be cold on top of this storm tomorrow, and it will lose its strength and become more of a tropical depression, or basically that's the strength of it. But the damage will be the rainfall across Southern California, the flooding, and probably points northward as well. Still a lot of moisture being pumped into very arid areas that typically don't see a lot of rain. And sure, we do get monsoon moisture this time of year. It is common to have thunderstorms, and sometimes it is common to have flooding. That does happen every summertime, or most summertimes, right, for many of these areas. But some areas may be seeing a little bit more than they're prepared for, and certainly that was the case in Southern California today with a lot of the flooding reports and road washouts. I-10 is a mess. I wouldn't try to get east or west on I-10 in the Coachella Valley tomorrow. You're going to have some troubles. A lot of those mountain canyons across the Los Angeles mountains. Yeah, it's a mess, and it's going to stay that way in the Southern California for the next couple of days. Now, the rain may come to an end, but the continuation of that may be a problem. Now, I'm going to show you a little different map here, because right here we just see a mass of clouds. Kind of hard to see what's going on. So let's take a look at it a different way. We've got a big, huge ridge of high pressure over the Central Plains. By the way, it is very hot out there. If you're going to Topeka, Kansas, you're going to melt, so don't. That's my recommendation. Moisture being pumped in this clockwise fashion around the high. You can see that monsoon moisture coming in. And then, of course, we have Hillary right here in the Sierra Nevada. Naturally, there's a tropical cyclone there. And then this pesky little cutoff area of low pressure, which is sitting offshore. It's been there for a week. Before I caught the cooties, it was there, helping draw in monsoonal moisture, and it's still there. It just doesn't want to go anywhere. In fact, it's still going to be there for the next couple of days. Now, interestingly enough, because it is also acting as a pump, it's going to grab a little of Hillary's moisture, well, it really already has been. We'll continue to do that and entrain that in the low. And then tomorrow, the low strengthens, it deepens a little bit, and we will see this stronger, deeper southwesterly flow with a little bit of moisture being thrown at us. So what could that mean? Well, it could mean some additional rainfall for us, some showers. We haven't seen much. Of course, we had some thunderstorms last night in the Salinas Valley and across southern San Benito, Monterey counties. We also had a few light showers around the Bay last night. We have some future potential of things like that. So let's break down some of those, some of that potential anyway. So let's go through the overnight hours. Now, the full shield of rain with Hillary is going to move on and not affect us at all. So overnight tonight, expecting muggy, partly cloudy conditions, but tomorrow morning, we'll start to see some of that moisture pointed toward us, and that deeper moisture plume may come in the form of a few light showers. The model is showing a couple showers moving across maybe Santa Cruz County tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll see some bubbly clouds up over our hills again, right? So we're going to destabilize a little bit tomorrow afternoon. Notice a couple little blips showing up here and there, some of them showing up over the Diablos and then immediately moving across the Central Valley. But an isolated rain shower tomorrow afternoon, certainly possible. Isolated thunderstorm. If you live in eastern San Benito County, if you're out in the Pinoche, you might see a thunderstorm tomorrow. If you're in New Idria, you might see a thunderstorm. McCreary Ranch area, certainly possible for you. I don't think we'll see thunder around the Bay tomorrow, but an isolated shower or two will be possible. The other interesting thing is the deeper southwesterly flow. Let's talk about that a bit. It'll have some moisture with it. Again, it might throw a few showers our way, even into overnight. Tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. I even have sprinkles in the forecast Tuesday morning, but the winds are going to pick up with that southwesterly flow. Gale warnings in place for those near coastal waters. In the bay as well, southwesterly winds gusting up to 40 knots possible as we head into the day tomorrow. So yeah, we're going to see some wind tomorrow. That is going to shift our temperature regime a little bit. Santa Cruz, you were almost at 90 degrees today. Tomorrow, much cooler. Winds off the water. It'll be warm early in the day, but once those winds pick up, you're going to stay in the 60s, and we'll top out only at 71 in Santa Cruz, 68 in fact in Capitola. In the mountains, also a big cool down. Bonnie Doon, only 69 tomorrow. You were nice and warm today, so that's going to be a lot cooler. Gusty southwesterly winds for many locations, and it'll be an interesting day. Feel a little bit different for you. Look at these lows in the 60s overnight. It's feeling very tropical. 86 in Hollister, Gilroy tomorrow, 78 in Salinas, Watsonville, 70s near the coast. Some areas still just as warm as today, but if you are, a little more prone to that southwesterly wind, you'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Monterey, 75. You should be in the upper 60s this time of year, so still feeling a little tropical on our Monday. Down south, we've got some 80s, but Bradley only 79. So our typical hot spots aren't quite typical. This tropical cyclone's really thrown a wrench in our typical summer weather. So where do we go from here? Let's get that 7-day forecast on the coast. Temperatures look to stay above normal. There's a few reasons for this. One of them being that our water temperatures have warmed up quite a bit. So our baseline, the ocean, which is our biggest influence on coastal temperatures, is a little warm right now. So that is going to make it harder to get cool or feel that cooler air on the coast. And then, August summer sun is pretty warm. We don't really see our typical western high pressure setup, which really starts pulling on the marine layer. So I've got our coastal temperatures above normal for the next week. Now we will have some low clouds at times, notably I think in that Thursday to Friday time frame. But ultimately, warm temps on the coast this week and into the weekend. Looking pretty nice. Inland areas, you'll have some ups and downs as well. The air will dry out eventually inland by Wednesday, so I do have us warming up quite a bit and then more seasonable weather after that. But again, over the next couple of days over the mountains, we'll see a few more showers, a couple of thunderstorms maybe, but I'm not expecting widespread activity. Thanks for being patient with me. My voice is a little goofy still after the cootie attack I had last week, Austin.
Well, we are certainly glad to have you back. Thank you so much, Dan.